I am Sadiqa Reynolds. I'm the president and CEO of the Louisville Urban League. We are a nonpartisan organization. We don't care if you're a Republican, Democrat, or Independent. We just want justice. We want justice every day, justice all the time. And I wanted to come out today and give a nice, warm speech so that everybody could approve. But then when I look at the conditions of our country, I understand that I am not interested in your approval. It is time for justice. Nina Simone said, "I choose to reflect the times and the situations in which I find myself. That, to me, is my beauty." This country is in trouble, and in large part because so many of you, so many of us, so many people have not paid attention, have not cared about justice when it came to Black Americans. I've heard from labor today, but let me tell you, even Black people in labor unions make less than everybody else. College-educated Black people, on average, are making the same thing as white folks with high school diplomas. There is something wrong in America. Where are the teachers that we stood up for? I saw thousands of teachers. I am concerned about their pension, and I stand with educators. I have 2 children in public schools. But where are the teachers when we say that Black life matters? Who honors Dr. King in their work? It is not about the words. It is not about the speeches. It is about the work. Are you willing to do the work?
Come on, come on.
That is the problem with America. That is the problem with Kentucky. You understand justice when it looks like you. But what about us? What about us? I am tired. I don't have it in me to make you feel good because I don't feel good. I am tired of being ignored and being dismissed and being devalued. Do not tell me that Black lives matter. I have no evidence of that.
Come on.
You don't see racism until we're in a church on a Wednesday night praying and we are murdered. Then you understand that that is racism. But let me tell you something. House Bill 169 is racism.
Yeah. Come on. Have your feet.
Let's talk about what's happening with the criminal justice system. You want to talk about working? You know how many Black men want to work but can't get interviewed in this Commonwealth of Kentucky? I am tired. I will march with teachers every day, but do you see our children being suspended? Do you understand the achievement gap?
Come on.
Where is your justice?
Come on. Have your feet.
Where is your justice? I am not here to make you feel good. I do not need your approval. God sent me here to do what I'm supposed to do for my people. And you can never have 100% of what God has promised you if you don't make sure that we have it. I am tired of injustice. I am tired of injustice. I don't care if you are a Democrat, a Republican, or an Independent. If you are not taking care of the least among them, then you are useless. We are tired. You have the Me Too movement. I stood with those women, most of them white. Where are they now? Where are they when our children die in the streets? How can we have a young man murdered and you are silent? We are tired. And don't tell me that the police are doing the best they could. I would believe that if white children were being killed. I would believe that if white men were being killed. But it is our children, it is our men, and it is my sisters. Where is your justice? I think if Dr. King was alive, he would be disappointed in us. He would be disappointed that we have gotten our central air in our 2- and 3-car garages and we don't care enough. We don't march enough. We don't raise hell enough. We so caught up in Democrat, Republican, and all this politics. What about justice? Where is your God when a child dies? Evangelicals, where is your God? What does he say? Are you convicted? And why not? Why not? Gun control. We have children being shot in schools, and we are more worried about an NRA endorsement. How dare you? How dare you put my children at risk? Our children at risk. I run the Louisville Urban League. I don't have time for partisan politics. I am about justice for everybody because I understand that mine is connected to yours. When would be a good time to make people feel uncomfortable? Incremental justice is fine if the foot is not on your neck. But what about us? What about us? I am tired. I am tired of standing with everybody. In 2018, we are still talking about Confederate monuments coming down. Monuments to rapists and killers that fought for slavery. And you tell me, be patient. That's part of history. I am tired of this broken history. If you are going to teach it all. Every room you show up in, be for justice. I am tired. I didn't come here to make you feel comfortable.
Come on.
I didn't come here to make friends. I wasn't even born for that. It's about time somebody stood up. Stood up for justice. We had separate but equal. But what we needed to convert to was integrated and equitable. We don't deserve the same. You've been playing Monopoly for 400 years. We got in the game 400 years late. What do we start with? The same amount of money, less money? What is justice? What does justice demand? What does your God say about justice for everybody? And another thing I heard today, and my time is up, but I'm going to take my time because I'm here. I came back from Florida to be here for this, and let me tell you something. You're talking about rights to vote, going out and vote. You know how many black men and women want to vote? Do you understand the history of why people have lost their rights to vote? Do you understand that in some states people can even vote in jail? How do you live in this world and lose your rights? Why are we silent on this, Kentucky? This is not about Republicans and Democrats. We've had plenty of D's in here that didn't do it.
Come on.
Let's be clear. Let's talk about how we respond to opioids versus crack cocaine. When black people were dying, nobody said anything. Prison was the answer. And now that we have an opioid problem, all of a sudden it is a public health epidemic and we need Narcan and every officer ought to be reviving somebody. And I'm for that. I'm for saving lives, whatever the race.
That's right.
But don't you ever believe that we don't understand that it is unjust. We want justice like you want justice. It is not, we see children, if only he would pull up his pants. If only he hadn't broken the car windows. If only, let me tell you something. You think white kids ain't sagging? You think they're not busting out car windows sometimes, and yet they live? Where is the justice? It is time. Kentucky, it is time. I don't care who's in there. I care about what you do and what you push for and who you hold accountable. If you are in a union and you are in leadership and you know that black women make less than white women, then you ought to be about justice. If you are a school teacher and you want your pension, I stand with you. But when it comes time for justice in that classroom, you ought to be about justice. There is something wrong with a third grade white boy and a third grade black boy not being able to read on the same level. There is something wrong. So I came here today to demand justice. And I am going to tell you this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. We will rise together or we will fall together, but we will be together.
All right.
I want justice.
All right.